Hey everyone, this is Alice Bowl, and we are here for Scrapbook Live, which is a live scrapbooking session where I'm going to create a layout using my kit from the Wild Hair Kits. And during the live event, there will be a draw for a free kit, so watch for that. Today is going to be a little bit different than sometimes. Usually I make a 12 by 12 page, and then I make a pocket page. Today is just going to be a 12 by 12 page. Actually, it's going to be a double 12 by 12 page because I am going to take a bunch of smaller photos. They're not super small, but smaller photos. And I am going to make a top photos layout for 2018. I forgot what year it was. Oh my God. I'm like thinking of last year. I just saw pictures from the previous year, and it's just such a fun way to take a look back at your whole year, pick some of your favorite photos, which is like the hardest part of this whole thing, and then to create a layout so you can look at that one layout, which I need a 2-page for. Let's be real, I'm gonna need a 2-pager. But to look at that and look and create stuff about my whole year, and I think that's such an amazing thing. Now, let's have a look at what's in my kit first, and then from there I'll talk to you kind of about how I approach picking photos, like for the project. But I think it will be pretty fun. Let's make this a little bigger so that the writing gets a little bigger. Super excited at what is in my kit. If you had joined me last month, you may remember I didn't actually get my kit on time last month, and I was crushed. But we had a postal strike going on, and stuff happened. So that was real life. I created a fabulous page. I don't know where it is sitting. No, I don't know where it's sitting. So I can't show it to you right now. Maybe later I can find it. We'll see. But I have my kit. I'm going to use this one, and it is so fun. So if you're not familiar with the Wild Hair kits, they are custom curated. So you kind of fill out a style profile and any upcoming projects that you have to work on. And from there, she custom picks the things tailored to your style. So it's still a surprise, it's still exciting to get it, but you have kind of input, so it's kind of going to be things that you like. So say you absolutely hate using buttons. So like, okay, I don't absolutely hate using buttons, but I don't generally like to use buttons. That's not my thing. I like sparkles though. So those kind of details get added to my profile, right? I'm like, no buttons, add sparkles and bling. Like, so, on my little invoice that it came with my kit, because I buy my own kit, right? I'm not going to tell you, oh, these are amazing if I'm not willing to put the money into them. So my kit, I buy. The one she gives away, she's doing that as a sponsored thing. So that is free for a winner that's here today. But I just want to let you know, so like you kind of see like this is legit when I'm saying, oh my God, I love it. But if you've watched my videos from Creativation, you'll know that I love a lot of things. So I can't help it. So what's in my kit? Okay, so there's some like little tiny things on top here, and I'm kind of keeping them off camera because they're so amazing, and I can't wait to show you. In every kit, there's like a little card, and this card is like super cute. She said, "Hi Alice, have fun with your totally radical 80s inspired kit," from Allison. So that's what she put on my card. So I'm like, ooh, couldn't wait to see what's in here. If you are working on your December daily, I'm super pumped that you're here working on December daily while I'm doing my stuff. That's awesome. I'm not scrapbooking Christmas yet because I actually host a class called Scrapbook Christmas in January. So I keep track of notes, I take pictures, I do all of these things to tell my more of a holiday themed story. I'm scrapbooking Christmas in January, not just December. So it's kind of just, December is too hard, man. I don't know how you'd all do it. But if you're doing it, I'm super proud of you, and that's wonderful. So let's have a look at what is in my kit. But that's just why I'm not scrapping December or like Christmassy stuff today. Okay, so in here we have some lovely papers. I'll start with the papers. Jacqueline says she's addressing Christmas cards today. That's a super good project. Okay, so look at this paper. This is from Echo Park, and it has like lovely confetti polka dots all over it. Heather is playing with her new planner. Oh my gosh, so exciting. Have to join me for my plan session at the end of the month. It's on the 28th. And anybody that is interested can come and join me. They have to sign up for a special email list because I only send the planning stuff there. And that's at scrapbookwonderland.com/plan. So anybody's welcome to join me on the 28th. It'll be at, I think, at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern on the 28th. Okay, so this is the back side, and it has lovely words all over it for this Echo Park paper. It's called I Am a Mom, this paper. And Mom Boss is the technical name. It's part of the I Am Mom collection. And it says Monday, Tuesday, every day, Wednesday, Sunday, yesterday, Saturday, Friday. It has like all of these things like handwritten on it. So cute. So Heather says she will be able to, yay, because holidays, right? Kids on break, school's on break, like all the good things. Okay, so another thing that Allison included in my kit, really excited. Look at this cut file. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So it was not going to go on my page for today. Look, bring in my face. It's not going to go on my page today, but oh my gosh, that is adorable. And here, oh, this is something that could be good for today. I've got some calendar paper, and it has like some lovely minty teal on the back. This is from Crate Paper's Hooray collection. And then from Dear Lizzie's New Day collection, look at these words. Good vibes. Let's see. Free spirit. Hello, happiness. Beautiful day. We all belong. Life is beautiful. Be positive. Happy. So super fun. And the back has these gorgeous sunshines. There we go. Is that a wreath? It's kind of like a wreath. You could totally make it into a wreath. It's very... it's wreath-esque, so I think you can kind of do what you like with it. It's like, it almost looks like a berry wreath, like a wreath that has like the little red berries around it or something. So that's kind of fun. We got some butterfly paper, and this is Chamel Head in the Clouds collection. And then there's like these cute little labels and stuff on the other side. Ooh, I like that cutoff strip. Look at the cutoff strip. It's like rainbow stripe. Thank you, Chamel. That's beautiful. Also from the I Am Mom Echo Park collection, there's some lovely flowers. Very pretty. But then a nice geometric solid for the back. So I know I said geometric and solid in the same thing, but I look at this paper, that's pretty much like red paper, right? It's like neutral. And anybody that's interested, I have a really great post on my site about scrapbooking with multiple pattern papers. And I just have some really great tips in there. But this is what I consider a solid pattern, if that makes any sense. But it totally makes sense when you kind of see like how to put pages together. Sometimes you need something that's like a neutral kind of color without a bunch of busy pattern, and those kind of things are perfect. This paper is like a periwinkle blue, a little hint of purple, but more of like a periwinkle. And it is from Jen Hadfield Along the Way collection. It's called Flutter because there is like these cute little butterflies on the back. And then, oh my gosh, I haven't seen this paper before. It's so pretty. There is some book paper. Oh yeah, it's Chamel's Head in the Clouds collection. I have not seen this collection in person, so that is really awesome. But look how cute the books are. Like, I like that they're not like really cartoony, but they're like, you know, they're drawn, but they're not super cartoony, if you know what I mean. So it looks like something that I could definitely use. There is an alphabet cut off strip at the bottom. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And it's such a cute thing. And then the back side is actually pocket cards. Rise and shine, yesterday, today, tomorrow, 1, 2, 3. There's a little mermaid on there. I like that she has like really funky kind of trendy things like that, but they're not like you're not like drowning in them, like, which is a really funny thing to say with mermaids. But, you know, even though she adds those little funky things, it's not on every single item so that you're not like totally worn out with them. Nadine says, good morning, Alice. Yay, good morning. I'm excited. Okay, now this paper here, I love it so much. I just about want to cry. Like, it's so pretty. This is also from her Head in the Clouds collection from Chanel. And it has all these multicolored stars on it, and it is gorgeous. And then on the back, there's like this, it looks very regal. I don't know. It make me think of like kings and queens, all the little flags. Oh my gosh. Dream it, be it, hear ye, hear ye. Okay, well, it totally is. So that's fun. This paper would be so good for my project for today. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm loving the hair. Yeah, and then from Amy Tangerine's Shine On collection, we've got this crazy pattern. Like, look how cool it is. And then on the back are these dots. They kind of have texture all over the dots. If I bring them closer, you can see that better. And Chrissy said, would you use that piece as is or cut out all the little flags? I would totally use that as is. Like, I think that's a beautiful layering piece for, like, you know, when you do a layout that has like a picture with a little bit of paper sticking out behind and more paper sticking out behind, a little bit more paper sticking out behind. You've kind of layered up all the papers. This would be so good. And then to take a couple of them and like also pop those on, it'd be so perfect. It's like funny how sometimes you look at a paper and you're like, I know exactly how to use that. Okay, so those are the fabulous papers and the cut file that's in here. There are some magical thickers. So you can see how this is like an 80s childhood like themed thing. So excited. And I know I'm not specifically scrapbooking my childhood today because I have this other project, but I think that it's totally going to work with what I want. Okay, so stickers here. These are thickers, and they're like chipboard thickers with some cute things. Like, look at this little banner that's on here. The words on here are like not gold foiled. They're copper foiled. Yeah, so copper foiled or rose gold foiled. I don't know. It's more coppery, I would say, than rose gold. Maybe it's rose gold. But anyways, there's some really cute embellishments. So there's a word that says whimsical. There's a create. There's a dream, and there's a play, and then there's like, you know, just like a little bit more of the gold foiling or the copper foiling around some of the pieces on the little scissors. Yeah, so some really fun things in the stickers. Okay, and now seriously, these are the first thing I saw when I pulled open my kit because I looked at it last night. I try not to look too far in advance because, you know, I want everything to be new and fresh, but I peeked last night, and when I saw these letters, like, it's just so excited. I actually showed my husband, like, I interrupted him, like, look. So, look. They are iridescent, foiled, shiny letters. Now, I don't know if I can get it so you can actually see how iridescent they are, but yeah, so they kind of look silver, but when you kind of move them just right, you can see they have that iridescence kind of thing. Like, you know, when you're looking on the inside of a clamshell, that's kind of how they have that effect, right? Like, you see like shades of other colors. Maybe if you take the plastic off of them, Heather says, I will try that. Oh yeah. I don't know if that's working or not, but we'll try. Oh my gosh. They're super pretty. But yeah, they have that total iridescence. Yeah, so we're gonna use those today for sure. And then I have some embellishments here. There are some wood and acrylics from Color Cast Designs. I'm just gonna take them out so that I can actually show them off better because there's a lot of pieces and they're kind of overlapping. So there's a beautiful acrylic that says, let's eat. I don't know if I did any pictures about food. Maybe. I don't know if I'll be able to use that today. But I love it. And I do scrapbook about delicious, yummy things. Then there are some wood veneers. This one says, I'm sorry for the things I said when I was hangry. And it's funny because I actually don't use that hangry word a lot, but I could see myself using this. And then there are some different things. Like there's some little sushi rolls, and there's some French fries. I think McDonald's French fries are seriously the best French fries in the world. They're not good for poutine. Poutine is not the thing to do, but they're French fries. What is it about them? Oh, they're so good. Is that popcorn? Would you say that's popcorn? Looks like popcorn. And a hamburger. And then there's some cute little donuts. And what's on this last one? Oh yeah, pizza. And she did a really good job. Oh my gosh, that looks like actually like pizza. So those are super fun, and they're from Colorcast Designs. If you haven't seen Colorcast Designs, oh my gosh. I don't know if she has any left, but the little 3x8 little mini notebook covers that she made for the holidays, oh, they're so beautiful. So if you haven't seen those. Also in here, there's some Wild Hair Kits branded flare buttons, which I like flare buttons, but I don't like regular buttons. So difference, I guess. It's not the chunkiness. Okay, so this is cute. It says photo. And then there's a cute one with some stars. And there is a cute one with some different colored stars. And, oh, Chrissy said, those are so cute. Where are the letters from? Daniela, sorry, I totally missed that you'd said. They are thickers, and they are called Surprise. So that's the name of them. So if you're looking, it's thickers, and they're called Surprise. There's another stars, super cute stars. And then there's one that has a flower on it. Or like, it's kind of like a zoomed in flower. So yeah, that's good. Pop those back in there so I don't lose all the little pieces on my desk. That is in danger. Fabulous, fabulous collection of sequins. Oh my gosh. The sequins, they are from Spiegel Mom Scraps. And I don't know if these ones are exclusive. I don't think so. They don't say they are. But yeah, collection. So those are super cute. And then look how cute this is. This is like my childhood right here, this little thing. So it is a sticker book from Chamel. Let me open it up properly here so I don't ruin all the stuff inside. So it is a sticker book from Chamel. It has shaped like a cloud with a rainbow, which is cute. And then on the inside, there's multiple pages of stickers. Like, how sweet is this? Let me hold it closer so you can see them. Look at that. Those are like constellations. Like, I could totally scrapbook about sitting in the hot tub, because every time we sit in the hot tub, I'm like, there's the Big Dipper. There's the Orion's Belt. Those are all the constellations I know. So this is super cute, though. Looking at the night sky and cute dragons and unicorns and princess kind of stuff. We got some teacups and some phrases and stuff. Little cameras in there. So super cute little sticker book. Super excited. And I think I got lots of fun things to play with. So let's get scrapping. Okay, so I have probably printed too many photos for my project. But here's the plan. Okay, let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, guys, I printed like way too many pictures. Okay, so we need to pare this down a little bit. And I have got a selection of photos from this year. They're all 2018 photos. And I'm going to create a page, maybe 10, 12. I don't think I printed 9. Did I say 9? That's like 18 photos. If I could fit 18 photos, wouldn't that be amazing for 2018? 18, top 18 of 2018. But there's like, I can't fit them unless I'm using flaps and things. So that's an option, I guess, if I don't want to pare them down. Okay, but let's pick some papers. I think what I'm gonna need to do, I want to create like a cohesive look across the 2 pages. So to do that, I think I'm going to need to have a base that is the same. Now, because there is an option for doing double page layouts when you select your kit. So I think if you select that, she'll send you maybe a couple pages that are the same so you can maybe make that nice cohesive background. Because I don't do that, because I don't usually make 2-page layouts. I have selected that I make single-page layouts. And I will create a background using these. I think I'm going to need a piece of cardstock just to lay things out on, but I'll see if I can cover all of the background with some pretty papers. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little bit of cardstock, and those are going to work. Okay, so if you are, Brielle is here on camera. So if you are scrapbooking today or doing something crafty, let us know what you're doing so that I can see. Or at least we can know if we can't see. But we'd love to know if people are doing crafty things. Okay, so this, I've just picked 2 pieces of white cardstock because I think that white, most of these papers are white with the backgrounds and keeps it nice and fresh and bright. And then we're going to add some of the papers across both pieces to kind of keep it bright and playful. I'm also going to have to chop up the photos and pare them down a little bit, but you know, it happens. Yeah, here, let's see if I can move that over here so maybe it's not right in front of the thing. Yeah, so let us know if you're working on something. We know that Jacqueline is addressing Christmas cards. I am not 100% on making Christmas cards. So that's another project, but you know, all good. I'll get there and get them in the mail. Actually, that's my goal for this weekend. So guys, you should be surprised that we're not working on Christmas cards right now. Brielle says she's working on her journal, My Christmas Project. So that's like Chamel's Christmas one. Yeah, she's nodding yes. So that is so good. If anybody doesn't know about Chamel's class, when you sign up for Journal Your Christmas, she actually sends you the information like every year, and she updates it and makes some new videos and stuff. So it's pretty cool because it's kind of like a self-renewing class, if you want to call it that, because she just gives you access to it every year. Okay, so I'm trimming these off and I'm leaving just like the thinnest little white border around them. Maybe that's a bad picture to see. Maybe here, this one would be easier. You can see a little white border around the photos. That's me and my dad last night at the Christmas parade. So excited to go. I made it to 2 parades this year. So that was really fun. Last year I missed out on both parades, and this year I made it to both. Christy says she's taking a break before getting back to work on a photo calendar that she's making for her husband. I'll try not to say that too loud. I picked a mosaic style and I'm featuring whoever's birthday it is that month. And months that have no family birthdays, they have other themes, which was more daunting than I planned. What's new? And Nadine says she's prepping and packing to go to a crop this afternoon with a group that gets together monthly. And today is our Christmas party. Oh that sounds wonderful. So cropping this morning, well, packing this morning, getting inspired hopefully today by all the good stuff happening, and then going to a crop. That sounds wonderful. And Rochelle says, I'm having lunch while watching you, but we'll be going back to the rest of my Christmas cards. So this is good. We got lots of good stuff happening today. Yeah. So I think I printed too many photos, but that just means I'm going to have options, and I'll be able to narrow them down as I kind of see the distribution of the photos, because I'm not going to say that I make it like even where everybody is equally represented. I've struggled hard with that in the past, but my kids are going off and leading their own lives now, so I don't feel the need as much to be like, I have 2 pictures of Joe and 3 pictures of Ryan, and now Joe's gonna be upset. I'm sorry, dude. Like, if you're represented more, you're just represented more. But I tried to hit the highlight points. So my approach to this isn't necessarily that these are the best technical photos. They are some of our good memories for the year. And I think that approach makes it so, like, I obviously try to pick photos that I like, but they're not necessarily ones that are, the most amazing quality per se. But some really good memories. So as I went through the year, I found, I've got some more recent things, like a picture with my family at here, let's bring it closer so you can actually see it. I'm the one in the blue jacket on the end. That's us up at the Alpine hut that we went to. We snowshoed up there, and that was super fun. So that just happened a couple weekends ago. And I was really happy because I didn't pull any muscles or damage anything on myself this time. Managed to avoid that. So that was good. But, it's so easy to think about the important things or the exciting things that have happened recently. But as you look back through the year, like, oh my gosh, you have all these big moments. So that was really, really nice. And I think, even without planning a page like this, just having that chance where you look back through the year, this tends to be a time of reflection, right? As we make plans for our new year, we tend to reflect and see, like, okay, well, what was good about this year? And this makes it super good. So I have pictures here of going ice fishing last winter. I have pictures of visiting the ice castle last winter. I have pictures of my son with the keys for his new place. I don't even know if his eyes are fully open in the photo, so that's like an example of something that, maybe it's not the best actual photo in the world, but it's like one of those moments, like, can I get a picture of him in front of his house? Sure, but I can't get a picture of him in front of his house the first time he goes to enter the house, right, with his brand new key. So, I can't worry too much that it's not a perfect photo. If I wanted perfection, I guess I should have hired somebody to take the picture, because I know what I can take. It's like, oh, look, there's a moment and I actually have my camera available because I have my phone in my pocket. So, sometimes you just kind of make do. It's like last night, I took pictures of my dad and me we actually rode a horse-drawn wagon after the parade. They close off the main street in my hometown, and they actually make a huge bonfire right in the middle of Main Street. It's like, in a raised pit or something or whatever, but they do that every year in the middle of the street. And then they have a horse-drawn wagon that they take up and down the closed Main Street, and kids are walking all over the place. And it's just that really hometown cozy kind of feeling. And I think when I think of that, that's why I was so sad to miss it last year, right? It's all the little things. Like they actually still throw candy to the kids. It's done at nighttime in the dark, so all the floats are lit up. Everybody's bundled up because it was rather chilly last night. Anybody convert to Fahrenheit so that people understand? Minus 10 Celsius. It's like cold, but I don't know what minus 10 is. I guess it's above 0 Fahrenheit because that's minus 18, but you know, you're kind of getting down there. So it's like what, below 32 and between 32 and 0, somewhere in there. Yeah. Sophie says, I'm making my Christmas cards, currently doing my sky backgrounds for my reindeers and getting very inky fingers. I love it. I actually did something like that with reindeer just last year or the year before. I don't even know. Like, I don't have a plan for this year. I'm going to like wing it and make something, and I'm going to fall in love with it when I make it. So I think last year I did lawn fawn, and oh my God, they were so cute. But I like cut out 1 million pieces for them. I don't plan on doing that this year. Christy says, Sophie, that sounds fun. I practically get ink on myself when I just look at an ink pad. And Christy is working on organizing photos. It's come to my attention that asking people to take photos, I have some of the worst photos. We are all a lot better photographers than we give ourselves credit, but at least there are photos with me in them. Oh, like the photos with you are the worst. I don't believe that. I saw a picture of you not that long ago, and you were super cute in it. So, you know, there's got to be a couple of good ones out there. Okay. I wonder, I thought I had pulled it out, but I couldn't find, unless I put it somewhere safe. I have a layout that I did from a couple of years ago with my top photos of, I don't know, 2012, 2010, I don't even know, 2015. I don't even know what year it was. But I have done these top 10 or top layouts before. Top 10, I think I've done a top 10 and top 12, and, you know, the number changes depending on the year. And how hard it is to pare them down. Okay, so these photos are trimmed. I should have done this beforehand because it's super boring watching me trim photos, I tell you. But, oh my gosh, the sweetness. The sweetness. Okay, so in those pattern papers that I had, I really liked those calendar papers. There was all those months with little calendars. So I'm going to grab that paper out of here. And I don't know if I actually want like the actual calendars or if I just want like the feeling of those calendars on here. So I'm going to pull that paper. I'm definitely going to use the star paper because I totally fell in love with it when I saw it. So that's a fun one. Let's have a look. Oh, she said the composition from random strangers. Yeah, I think that sometimes we get what we get when we have others taking our photo, but sometimes we get really lucky. Oh, I didn't print that one, but on my snowshoeing trek, there was a guy and he was taking out the garbage and he ended up taking our picture at the base of the hill. I'm like, hey, would you mind taking our picture? Because, you know, I'm not shy to ask anybody. And so he agreed to take our picture and it turned out so good. He did such a good job. Fancy Scrappers says, not everyone has a good eye for composition. I've always wondered why people tend to take full body shots of one person. Then the face is really what's important. Interesting. I think sometimes like I have a mixture of both. And I can see like different things like in these photos. So I can tell you, So here's a photo with my husband and his friends. They went on a trip down. They flew across like from Alberta. Like we're like in Canada, like on the west side, not quite on the coast, went over from there, if anybody's unfamiliar. And they flew across country down to Florida. So this is my husband. He's the one on the white shirt on the end here with his buddies. And when they flew down there, like they stayed in a little on a Florida Key kind of island, and they just had an amazing time there. And so I have this picture that he sent me. Obviously they had somebody take their picture, and I just look at that, and I wanted the picture that had all of them, and it does have their full body shot in this one, but it also includes more background so you can see like there's ocean and stuff behind them. So I'm happy that that one wasn't just like a little tight face shot, right? Like I think it's good to have both like represented. Yeah, so I think in my photos, this will be interesting. It's an interesting concept to look at because I definitely have a mix. I've got like a picture with me and my son, and I love that picture. He's so cute in it. And I look fine. And then, you know, I've kind of got like the selfie with my son kind of photo, my other son, the day that he was accepted to university. I've got my husband with my cousin's baby, and he was like, he hogged her so that he could get the best picture with her. Like, it was like just one of those things. And I'm like, he's hugging the baby. But he was doing it so that he could get like the best selfie, and he got her with her eyes open and stuff. And that was an accomplishment because she's a little sleepyhead. Yeah, but then sometimes you need that full body shot. Like here's me and my son, and we're ice fishing. It's family day because that's the only day we go ice fishing because you don't need a fishing license on family day. But I'm not exactly the biggest fisherman, right? Actually, it's really funny for me to see pictures of me outside in the winter because it's like I feel like I just like bunker down and I stay inside where it's warm, and then I look and I'm like, oh yeah, I did something outside here. Oh look, I actually did something outside here. And you know, I should admit to myself that those are the fun things that I do, so why shouldn't I commit myself to doing them a little more? Okay, so I'm gonna need a little bit more paper. I've got this lovely red, and that goes well with some of the stars that are in here. And maybe this periwinkle blue kind of matches some of the other stars. I probably wouldn't have picked these papers to go together like this. This is like the great thing about having kits, I tell you, because it gives me options of things that I would not have considered. So like these papers are both from the Chamel. So I've got the butterflies paper, but this other paper has the same tones and colors. That's this dot one, and I think it's just a more subtle pattern, so that might be nice for me to use actually. Ooh, and there's a lovely yellow. I do love yellow. Where? Oh, and there's that paper that has the polka dots. And then it has those words, like all the days. And that's like tonal with this one. It's like similar tones, but different shades, right? Brielle says, I just hate it when they zoom with my camera. Oh my God. I'd prefer the long shot and zoom later. I can easily crop, but I can't uncrop. And Christy says, oh, exactly. Oh gosh, I feel that pain. And you know, when they zoom and they're using the digital zoom for the camera, so they're actually making the picture terrible because the quality is so bad. It's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it to us. Please don't do it. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Okay, so let's bring these two papers beside. Oh my gosh, too many good photos. This is me with the first medal I won in swimming. I won a medal. I was so excited. It was pretty much one of my first swim meets, one of my for swim meets, and I got a medal, and I was like, I got a medal. So, you know, it inspires me as a coach to like work hard so all my kids can have that feeling. It's a lot easier when you're an adult because competition is a little smaller at these meets. They're mostly kids. So, confession time. Okay. Cut strip. And now I want to think, how do I want to put my stars? Ooh, okay. So how am I going to lay these pictures out? Now, the thing about these pictures, I have vertical photos, I have horizontal photos, I have all kinds of photos. Vicky says, you have some great pictures. Absolutely. And I think that, because like all I did to find the photos, I went into my photo program and I just scrolled through the months and I'm like, oh yeah, that was fun. And anytime I came to a photo like that I super loved, and I was like trying hard to find like a representation of different fun moments, right? And so I didn't print everything. I didn't actually even print one from my trip to Seattle this summer because I decided that it was going to be more important for me to print my ScrapHappy group. So from our trip to Denver, which I did right before Seattle. So, you know, it was kind of like picking and choosing like what are the actual moments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay these pictures kind of out around the edge to see how many actually fit and how many I can keep. And I think what I'd like to do is like line the outside of the page with photos and then have room in the middle for journaling and some title and stuff like that. So that's kind of the plan. The plan, let's take that loosely. The idea that I have a plan is sometimes better than like the actuality of having a plan. Okay, this is beautiful. We went to an ice castle. That's me and my son. My friend Jill was there, but we didn't get a picture with the three of us, which I wish. But I went to this ice castle, and I was so excited. We'd never been to that before, but I haven't heard that they've built it yet this year, but we will definitely go this year because that was amazing. So I have a great picture with me and my dad, and I have a nice picture with me and my mom, and I thought that would be nice to include because I think in the past I've mostly kept it just to like my husband and my kids, but I wanted to bring a little bit more family stuff into it this year if I could. I'm putting ice fishing on the side for now. My son went to the Western Canadian Swimming Championship, so I would like to include that because that's kind of a big moment. He ended up with like 15th place in his race that he swam there, so that was pretty awesome. Oh, I didn't print the picture of Joe getting accepted to university. So, yep, seeing a few gaps. Now, as I lay the photos out down the side, it looks like down the side I can fit 3 photos quite nicely if I'm doing vertical photos down the sides. And then probably 2 or so across the tops. So I should be able to fit more photos than I thought that I might be able to. So this is going quite well. Let's see. I got my high school girlfriends from one of our get-togethers that we had. So that's a good one. Let's see. I've got Ryan's graduation, Joe's house, Joe going to college. Oh, I don't have that baby photo on here where he was hogging the baby. And I think if I cut a couple of these into square, I might be able to fit. We'll see here. I've got a couple options. So I've come to a fairly good kind of grid here. I've got 4 photos that I haven't fit on here, which means I've got a ton of photos on here already, but we'll see if I can't play. So I think having this center middle piece is awesome, but I think I want to take something and put like a whole band of color right through the middle, so that I can kind of block that piece out. So I'm going to make like a banded layout. And what I will do with that is maybe this red one through the middle. I want to be able to do journaling, and I want to be able to have yeah, like plain enough that my letters are going to stand out, and they'll definitely stand out on this red color. Let's grab those for a second. So they're going to stand out nice on the red color. So I'm going to have a nice band through the middle. So I think what I'll do is just like 4-inch sections so that I can have like some 3-4-inch sections, or maybe I should do a little bit wider. Maybe I'll do a 5-inch section in the middle. Okay, so let's go with that. And then so that's gonna be the base right there down the center of this layout. And then I can have room at the top. I'm gonna use some of these stars. I'm gonna lose some of my colors, but it is what it is. So 12 minus 5 is 7. 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. Right, am I doing that right? Catch me now quick before I cut my paper. I guess I could measure and just double check and make sure that I'm not crazy on math. Okay, I just saw this math question that was going around the other day, and I took like such, I was super choked when I was like reading about it, because it said that if you're old, you will have done it like this. And I totally did it like that. Oh, you know what I've done? Oh no, that's fine. Okay, so this top section is going to be multicolors, and then I've got some extra stars, so that might be fun. And then at the bottom, maybe I can, I don't think I'll fit all of those in there, will I? So it would be crazy if I try to cut out these words. I'd like to put them all in here. Are they too big, maybe? I think they might be too big. Okay, this is good. This is really good. So once I have this base kind of attached and stuff here, I think what I'll do then is work on getting this. I'll do our draw, right? So I'll leave it. It technically will be halfway through our thing here, or partway through, when normally I would just do one layout and then I do the one layout and then I do the draw. But since I'm working on 2 layouts at the same time, we got to do the draw a little sooner, right? Oh, it looks like good odds today. Christmas kept people away, which means that somebody is going to have a better Christmas today because they didn't have to be somewhere else. Okay, let's have a look. Oh my gosh, this paper is adorable. Okay, and I'm gonna take I want to put a strip through here of, let's add a little more color. Oh, I like this one. Ooh, I wish I had another piece of this one. That's such a lovely piece, but I need double strips for this. Okay, let's make sure that I'm not taking. Okay, so I'm going to cut it from the bottom, cut the strip off, and then I'm going to cut 2 strips because I won't wreck my month things here. Okay, I'll put a strip across there. I'm actually wondering if I shouldn't have done one there, but we'll get to that. Okay, so I still have all these words. I really like them. I think I'd really like to include them around the edge. I wonder if it's going to be too many. It's going to mean chopping this paper like into oblivion, though. It's like the sad thing, but you know, what must be done must be done. Do you still have a picture under the red paper? Oh, probably. Yes. Oh, yes. There's lots there. It's kind of just in layering process. It's all good. Thanks, though, but for not letting me like lose my stuff. That would be sad. I'm gonna chop that. I'm gonna take these words. I think I'm gonna cut them down a lot more, but you know, we'll get the preliminary cuts here. Ooh, is someone sharing? I'm gonna hear, I'm coming out. Cynthia, are you sharing on purpose? I'll put her on mute just in case. Just in case. If somebody has something they would like to share, like go ahead, and we'd love to see. But if you're talking by accident and didn't plan to have your audio on, then I'll put you on mute. Vicky says it's a fabulous way to use the months. Yeah, and like I like the idea of having like all the numbers and stuff too. I'll see if I can't rescue some of them because there's like plenty that can be rescued off of here. It could make a good little area for some journaling and stuff maybe. But I like having all of the words. So, okay. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to pull all the photos that I have. And I'm actually going to stick these 3 pieces onto here. Oh, I'm so sad about this flag paper. It was so cute. I kind of hate it when paper has like 2 beautiful sides because I'm always like, no, I wanted to use that and this. But you know what? It turns out that I have a lot of beautiful paper, so it's not like I'm ever going to be short of pretty paper to do projects with. There. Okay. That's down, and then this little strip. So I can honestly say that other than my pocket pages, I haven't created a page that has this many pictures in quite a while. How about you? Has anybody actually ever created a page that's gonna have like a ton of pictures, like 10 or more pictures? How did you approach it? How did you pull it off? We want to know. Inquiring minds are asking. Ooh, I might put a little piece of washi tape or something along here because I'm looking at this and it feels, I don't know if I like the transition because half of the star is missing here. So we'll see. We'll get there in a second. Yeah, let's pull the photos. I'm going to stick the other side down as well. But yeah, so have you done pages with lots of photos? Do you generally make pages with 1 photo or multiple photos? I think like common for me is 1 photo now, But sometimes I like to put like one photo with like a little highlight photo so that it's smaller or something. That's also another favorite thing of mine to do. Jacqueline says my reunion page, it was a giant collage with everyone's memorabilia. Oh my gosh, that sounds great. It's kind of fun to do something that really steps you out of your regular comfort zone, I think. Or, you know, challenging, fun, you know, they can be the same thing. Christy says, I have an October layout that has about 11 photos, but it's digital. Well, that's okay. It's not like you don't struggle with laying out the things, although I have to say the advantage that you can just resize a photo, zoom it in, do all those things right there, definite advantage. So, you know, but still, like getting 11 photos onto a page, it's cool. I find that when I have a lot of photos, I tend to let my photos do more of my storytelling, and or I kind of get lazy because I'm like, oh well, I don't have that much space, so I can't really tell a good story. I don't have room for that. And I think that for myself, because one of my big goals is to really tell the stories that aren't in the photos, that makes it a little tricky to kind of do the thing that I think that I should do while I'm still creating, if that makes any sense. Oh gosh, I love this. I don't know. I'm looking at this. So what would you guys do? Did I cut this too small? I might have cut too small. I can always do another strip. Okay, so I have some more of this beautiful stars that I love so much. But I have the layout like this so far. What would you put on the bottom? Should we go with another pattern? Because we totally can. Should we go with more of the stars? Because we totally can. The stars, however, I don't think I have enough to cover all of it. I should have cut them 3 inches at the top. I don't know. And done another strip of something up there. But I think that it needs something rather than just being white at the bottom. I could definitely do more stars. I do have like some good colors and stuff. Oh, I could do that polka dot paper. No, it doesn't like, it seems to pull away from it. So here's what I'm looking at. And if I add that down there, it just like says, no, Alice, don't do that. It's kind of yelling at me. Don't do it. Don't do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the star paper that I have left in half, and then I'll fill in the rest with some strips. So that's what we'll do. How big is this? 5 inches, so 2.5. I think I just need one more strip actually, so it won't be too bad. Okay, a strip of which color? Oh. It's on the other side. I've got this floral. No, definitely no. Oh no, I can just do some washi tape. I got a million colors of that. Or I can use those words in there. That's, oh, are they gonna get overlapped too much? Let's have a look. Oh, sorry, I'm putting things onto the keyboard. Christy says, I also like to create pages that are a complete grid of all photos. Sometimes I'll have one grid page to go with another page that's more of a traditional layout, especially for an event that has a lot of photos, but I don't want to make a bunch of pages. It's perfect. It's kind of like creating a pocket page without a pocket page. Brielle says, I've started using a pocket page for when I have a lot of photos. That's funny. Just photos. I've also made a few pages with tons of photos. It looks great in the end, but it takes some pre-planning. I think 1 to 3 photos is average for her layouts. And Vicky says, you could put 2 strips of the solid paper together so it looks like a wider strip. Yeah, I could totally do that. But I think what I'll do is I'll actually pull this strip down and put a different strip in there, in that space, because I think that I'll like that better. Okay, so here we go. Put the stars on here. I've removed the strip momentarily, and I'll put these stars over here. And let's see. I have some wider strips so I can kind of see what that looks like. Yeah, I think the wider strip will look pretty cute. I'm wondering if I shouldn't have done strip up there and down there. Ooh, I do have more of this paper. But I also have more of that paper in order to do that stuff. Okay. Ooh, let's pull my words over here again. Okay. Found the rabbit hole. Trying to fix a thing where I didn't do good math to start with. I should have done my math and just paid attention. It's nice you could lift the strip so easily. I know this adhesive is like, once it sticks, but while it's in the process, like before I've left it for too long, it's still mobile, so it's good stuff. I think what I'm gonna do is put that there and see if I can cut 2 more strips to go at the bottom. How's that gonna look with the photos though? I'll overlap them over the strip. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change that up a little. Good, cut that and that there. And then I will need some longer pieces. So that's not gonna work with that. Do I want that one? I'll cut this piece. Okay, and so I've got 1 inch there to fill. Let's fill it up. Perfect. Okay, so we'll throw those in there and that will be done. So that's the background. Excellent. It's funny because some of the little things that you kind of mess over and, you know, fiddle with so much, later on you look at them and you're like, why was that so hard? I gotta move this red sheet down just a little touch here. There we go. Okay, that's good. There we go. I've got a base. What is your adhesive? Christy says, I'm actually using Glue Dot's permanent tape roller adhesive. And I found these at the Creativation one year. The Glue Dots had them there and they showed me and I got to try them and I was like, convert. It's similar to like a mono roll, but I find that they work nicer than the mono roll. So that's upside to that. Okay, so here we go. 2 sheets that can sit side by side. Next step is to add photos, but before we do that, let's have fun and let's do a draw. I want the pink stars up there. So funny. Okay, so let's do a draw. How about we do that? We have 15 people here right now, which means that one of them is me. And that means that out of 15 people, you guys have like out of 14 people is going to be the draw. So you guys have good odds today. Happy Christmas. Random number generator. Oh, this finally shows up quickly. Okay, so out of 14, we're going to generate a number, and it gave us number 14. So let's see who lucky number 14 is today. It is Vicky Masters. Congratulations, Vicky. You are our grand prize winner for today, and you will be receiving a kit from the Wild Hair Kits. So I need you to email me, alice@alicebowl.com. And you can receive a free kit from Allison Garling. So everyone's saying, congrats, Vicky. Congrats. She says, awesome. I'm so excited. So hopefully I said that right. You know, I said it in the way that I would say it if I won. So congratulations. Yes, please email me, alice@alicebowl.com, and you can get your stuff. She said, you did. That's good. I said it right. Okay, so here we go. The stuff is done. And let's get the photos back lined up around here. Oh, this is so good. Oh, I love this. I'm so glad I did these strips. They look awesome. I don't want to put my son just like in one little concentrated area and be like, oh, this is like all about him, because this is like a family kind of event. Okay, good. Oh my gosh, this is like looking super good now. Ooh, do we have someone sharing? Someone trying to share? You want to tell us something? Vicky says, I actually squealed. That's wonderful. Oh my gosh. This is turning out so cute. I love it. Okay, so, oh, ice. Let's put that one in the middle. Just move things around a little bit and play to get a good layout happening. Mixture of like individual photos. Okay, so as I'm laying them out, you can see me kind of moving things around, and I'm not putting them in any kind of like date order or any kind of thing like that, because I actually just wanted them to feel like balanced. So if I've got a group with if I have a picture with a group of people, I'm kind of putting it next to something that has like maybe only one or two people, and that way it kind of feels more relaxed. I don't know, like, because if you just kind of go from group to group, like you're seeing kind of the same thing, it looks repetitive. And so if you go from a group photo to like two people to another group photo to like one person or something like that, as you kind of move across the page, it kind of gives your eye balance and you kind of get drawn into it more. That's kind of how it feels to me as I'm creating this. So if that makes any sense at all, then that works. I've got to get this baby photo on here. It has to go on here. So I'm going to put those down here together. And then is there... another photo. Oh yeah, I can split this one. Oh, I'm gonna do a cut photo, guys. That's like amazing for me because I don't do that very often. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I wanted to fit a couple more photos on here. So I've chosen to leave out 3, and ice fishing is one of them. It got left out, sorry, ice fishing. But I think that I'm really happy with these choices of where these photos are. So I'm going to actually start sticking them down right now. I've chosen to go and break my pattern a little bit. So like, you know, I get to make the rules. And in the corner, instead of just using these along this bottom here, I have like a vertical and a vertical on both sides. And then I'm actually putting another vertical beside them and then horizontals. And then I'm putting one in the middle at the bottom here that I can cut in half and put half like across the border. So it's a picture of me and my mom, but we're kind of on either side. So when I cut it in half, it's not going to be like super weird. Because I wouldn't cut across somebody's face like that. Be super strange and uncomfortable, but you know. Okay, so this picture that I have is 3 3/4. So if I do, I think I'm actually just gonna look at it and wing it. Are we gonna be perfectly divided? I think it's gonna be fine. Okay. So my next step is going to be to actually stick the photos down, and then I can embellish and stuff from there. But I think I need to actually stick them down. Oh gosh, the sunlight is hitting these iridescent letters right now, and they're like so shiny and pretty. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. So as everybody is working on their stuff intently right now, I am curious, are you home for the holidays or do you travel for the holidays? Because we kind of have the best of both worlds. We mostly get to be at our own home, but we kind of travel to like our moms and stuff like that, which aren't super far, only about half an hour drive from here. So in the evening, we get to come home and sleep in our own beds, but, you know, we still get to. Chrissy says, home this year, alone with sad face. What? Well, if you change your mind, come and visit me for Christmas. I would love that. If something happens that, you know, that could happen, feeling spontaneous, just pick up and come. So we have guest room. I have like a couple of them actually. So you are welcome here. Well, I do have my husband. He can come too. You know, we can make new friends. But yeah, that's tough. Like your kids aren't going to be there with you. They're kind of doing their own thing. That whole like grown-up kids with families and stuff, man, I'm like not looking forward to that at all. And I have boys, so you know that like I'm getting the short end of the stick, right? Like that's what's going to happen. They're going to get some girlfriend and get some wife, and then it's going to be like, oh yeah, mom, we're going to her family. We'll come to you like on Boxing Day or something. I'll be like, okay. Let's see, Fancy Scrapper says they live out of town, so we always traveled and slept there. So it was a bit more than just a family meal. Yeah, we do that sometimes. Like we've gone to my aunt's and stuff, and then it's like travel, and we all like camp basically in the basement on the floor because there's not enough beds for everybody, and it's like a big party. It's super fun. Heather says, Alice, we can become each other's family since we're both in the same situation. Okay, I'm good with that. And I'm totally serious, like, Kissy, you can totally come. Yeah, it's, no, I've seen it with my husband's family too, right? Like, and my brothers, like, thankfully my brothers have been pretty good. And my family, like my mom and dad, we actually do pretty much all of our Christmas stuff on Christmas Eve, which helps to make it so it can kind of work with other stuff. So my, because we do everything Christmas Eve, my brother and his partner and their son, they come out to my mom's on Christmas Eve, and my other brother and his soon-to-be wife, technically fiance now, is so weird because they've been together so long and they, you know, they're finally going to get married next summer. Yeah, so they come, and we're able to do our regular Christmas Eve thing at my mom's house. So that's really good. Oh gosh, this is so good, guys. Oh, so happy. Okay, so yeah, and then we tend to go to my mother-in-law's on Christmas Day, generally. And sometimes the family all gets together at her place on Christmas Day, and sometimes the family all gets together at her place on Boxing Day. But we still end up usually out at her place for at least part of Christmas Day. And sometimes we have stuff at our house too, so it's very flowing, I guess. Like, it's not as one thing. Okay, so I thought I stuck this down. Oh, I apparently did, just badly. Okay. So there's half of it without embellishment yet, so it's all happening. Christy says that we're going to see everyone in the middle of January, and we're having Christmas then. Okay. And Nadine says, I will have 2 of my boys home for Christmas, but the oldest in his family won't be here until the 27th. Well, I'm glad that he's at least coming then. Like, that won't be super bad, I guess, right? Like, it's close. It's not the same, though. It's just not. I get it. Let's see. Rochelle says she's going to be home. Hawaii is home for both husband and myself. It's been 3 years since we've been home. Oh my gosh. I love that home is Hawaii for you. We're going to Rochelle's. That sounds amazing. It's funny because I've never been secretive about this. Hawaii is my most favorite place on earth. We have been a few times now and just love it. I've told my husband that, if we ever get to the point where, we had enough money cobbed together, we would go and we would live there at least for part of a year so that we could just be there every day and, wake up and breathe that amazing air and just get in the ocean every day. And I would snorkel and, oh my gosh, just love it. She says, I'm in cold Virginia right now. Okay, well, that's not as good. Let's see. Riel says, I think you can celebrate whenever you're together as a family. Yes, we totally can. We trade day of Christmas with my family and my husband's. So that's what we do with my husband's family, right? Like, they do Christmas Day one year, and then the in-laws do theirs the opposite year. And they kind of got, thankfully, all the girls were able to get their families on the same schedule. My husband has 5 brothers. So it's a lot of people to try to coordinate. And then, everybody else's families have lots of people. So it's been really great that we are able to find a time when everybody is able to pretty much come together. And, you don't necessarily have everybody every year, but we do pretty good. I have to say, like, we do pretty good. Oh my gosh. Just looking at these photos, it tells me what a good year it's been. That's why you guys need to make a page like this. Like, I'm like in love with it, because as I look at this, I'm just like overwhelmed by what a good year it's been. Wow. This is amazing. So they're going to be with, Brielle said she's going to be with her family on Christmas Day this year. Luckily, my in-laws live in LA, so we'll go down there after Christmas for some sun. Then they even have an outdoor pool. So almost a vacation. That sounds very nice. this one's almost done too. Like, not done, okay, definitely not done, but you know, photos onto it, that's like a really good first start. Great. Okay. So, other page has photos. Check, check, check. Now it's time to add words, add embellishments, add all the good stuff. I like to, so in the past, when I've done these pages, I've actually like numbered the pictures so I could talk about them. And I may or may not. How many pictures did I get on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 pictures? Yay! That's amazing. So that's good. Let's see here. These words. Let's get these words on here. So I think these are gonna look good if I fussy cut them. And I don't like fussy cutting, but I just, you know, they're gonna look good if I do it. So suck it up, princess. You tell me. Someone tell me, suck it up, princess. Chrissy said, that is amazing and it looks fabulous. Thank you. And Vicky says, I love this idea. I see a scrap lift in the future. Well, I can pull up, I know on my website, I have the top photos layout somewhere. Maybe I can find that and I can share a link here. If I'm that, we'll see how talented I am at finding my stuff. Because yeah, I know that I did a top layout. Let's see. Oh gosh. Okay, top photos of 2014 layout. So the link is, can I share it here? Let's do a techie thing. I don't know if I can talk. There's like a copy and paste thing where you can copy from one and it transfers to another, but I don't think that works between these two. So I'm going to open up a page. I tried to use this as my mouse. That's funny. It didn't work very good. So let's see. Aha, there we go. So, yay. Oh, and I talk about it in this article. So I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to do screen share. We haven't done this before during one of these things. Rochelle says, I'd like to be a snowbird and fly somewhere warm for winter. I'm not old enough to do that yet. I don't know about that. I think I'm old enough to do that. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the screen share. And let's have a look here. So this is on my Scrapbook Wonderland blog website. I'm just gonna minimize that out of the way here. So top photos of 2014 is this one that I could find quickly here. And I actually did this before, so I can show you another one. So I did a top 10 photos for 2012, and then I have these top photos of 2014. And you can see, like, I did put little hearts on them. So let's bring this photo. That is way too small. Why is it so small? Let's see, can I expand that? I can't make it any bigger. What was I thinking when I posted this? It's like miniature. So it says in here, top photos of 2014. Oh gosh, that's way too small. Can I stretch it? It's not letting me do anything fun. No, it's not changing the size of it. obviously I've entered something as a miniature size. Okay, but let's have a look. I've got a camera up in the top. It says top photos of 2014. And then from there, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, well, 14 photos for that year. And then I've used just some pocket cards. Those are pocket cards. And then I've got a journaling card as well to kind of talk about them. But on each of the photos, I have a little heart that shows like the number so that I can refer to that in the list when I made the list. Okay. And I said, you know, here's how to get started. Make a list of potential photos. You'll want a mixture of activities and family members. I made a list of photos so that I looked through them from this year because, yeah, obviously I had way too many photos. I think I had 20, 30 some photos almost on my list. And I put those photos that I wanted into a folder so that I could just print them all at one time. I drew a little sketch of how I wanted the layout to kind of look. I went very blocky because it's like a layout with a lot of photos. So I was just really trying to find a way so that I would have room for all the elements I wanted to include. Printed the photos. Oh, I've got some slightly bigger pictures here. That's better. So the top photos of 2014, you can see the photos, and I've started like the list goes here and the list continues on the other page. Yeah, and you know, just little hearts on the corners that kind of do everything. So let's see here. Let me copy this link right now. And then in this here, it says that I had done it before. So see that page here. So let's click that and have a look. So this is my top photos of 2012 layout. Oh my gosh, I love this one. I did this one actually, I was doing classes here in my workshop. So I had done this page then. So for this top photos, you can see similar style. I'm getting lots of photos on a page. It looks a little different, I guess, than the other one. I used this fun little film strip kind of stuff so that you could see, like, you know, it's like about photos and stuff. And I also used this fabric measuring tape kind of ribbon because I wanted something to kind of reflect the growth and change in my kids over that year as well. So I've got this top photos and I've numbered them all on here. And oh, this was kind of fun. Those numbers that I did, do I show that on here? So like with those numbers, they were actually little tags that had letters on the other side. And the letters were like the random bits that were left over, like the Z's and the X's and stuff. And I just flipped them over and I used rub-ons to put those letters on there. So that was a really fun thing. Okay, so let's close that off. Stop the screen share. And I will put that link right in here for anybody that wants to go to that page, and it links to the other one as well. So if you want to see it a little more up close than what I could make it here, I'll have to see if I can fix that. But yeah, it's an older post and I put the pictures in differently now. So that was in the older time, but kind of fun. Vicky says, that was great. Thanks. Very welcome. Okay, so as I was clicking, I didn't get my lovely fussy cutting done here, but you know, I'll work on it. But I want to get to the point where I can add some of my beautiful embellishments on this page and my title and stuff. So, you know, even if I don't get all of these trimmed out right now, if I know how they're going to go on the page, that'll be good. I think, see, that looks way cute, right? If I cut them out just like that, and I didn't like super duper fussy cut like into every letter, but they'll look good. And then I can line those little strip sections with those. And I think it'll be fun to just see all of the names of the months there with that. That's good. Yeah. So in Edmonton, I'm like a 2-hour drive from Edmonton where I live right now. But in Edmonton, that's like the biggest shopping kind of area from here. Although I don't know if I'm brave enough to go to West Edmonton Mall at this time of year. There'll be a zoo and it's really hard to park and everything like that. Like you should see, like this shopping mall has like the biggest parking lot and multi layers, and it at Christmas time it is like full, just like absolutely full. But it's incredible. So West Edmonton Mall, there's other malls and there's other shopping centers in Edmonton too. But you know, I grew up going to West Edmonton Mall, so for me it's like the go-to place when I need to go shopping. Um, but yeah, when I go to the city, um, I would like to be able to pop in and pop over to this one bakery in Edmonton. They actually made a gingerbread house that looks like the Hogwarts castle, and I saw a picture of it online. I was like, oh, I need to go and see this. It'll be so fun. And like, I don't have little kids here at my house that are going to be making gingerbread houses this year. Maybe I'll make one for myself. I'm not sure yet, but you know, that might be my only chance to see some like wicked gingerbread house. So I'm hoping to make that as a little excursion. I've got a couple things to go pick up in the city. I'm hoping that if I go next week when the kids are still in school, that I'll be able to you know, hopefully avoid a bit of the rush and a little bit of the congestion. So wish me luck. So that's on my Christmas to-do list, you know, even though it's like shopping and stuff, I'd like to go and see that gingerbread house. So I was just wondering, are there any kind of activities that you like to include or attend or go to, kind of something new for this year or something that you do every year? Because like for me, I talked earlier about the parades, and you know, you could hear like that's like totally a thing for me. Like I love them. And yeah, but this going to see this Harry Potter gingerbread house, that would be a gingerbread castle, I should say. Gingerbread house, definitely not just a house. Yeah, that'll be a new thing for me. So I think that would be super fun. Also in my community, we have a little mini festival of trees. So I try to get there to check out the trees, and I haven't done that yet. So I've got a couple more, you know, really holiday type things to do. Anybody else have something fun that they do every year or plan to do this year that might be new? Just let us know. We want to hear. And if you want to talk, because that'd be easier than typing, go ahead and like, you know, just talk. It's all good. This is scrappy time. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. I'm glad I'm taking the time for this. Brielle says, we are going to a holiday light display as a family this year. I think that'll be so fun, and the youngest of us is 30. We try to see the gingerbread houses here every year. They are Dr. Seuss themed this year, and I think that will be great. Oh my gosh, can you imagine trying to build those structures? And Heather says, we live next to one of the biggest light displays in the forestry farm, and you can drive through it, but we get to walk through it on the night before they open it up to the cars. Oh my gosh. Fancy Scrapper says, our local bakery puts up a display of lights that one can drive through. It's a lovely experience every year. Wow. Oh my gosh, I want to like go and do all the things. Yeah, in Edmonton, there's like so many cool things. Like they have a candy cane lane that you can drive down, and it's just houses on this one street, and they're amazing. Like they go all out, and then they expect all the traffic, and so they take donations for the food bank, and you know, it's very sweet. Candy cane lane. Yep. Yeah, it's a thing. I'm assuming other places have a candy cane lane. I don't really know for sure, but you know, I'm assuming that they do. But oh, Chrissy says, does Laura know that we are watching her hair ritual? Did you want us to take her video off, Laura? Sorry. I actually kind of forget that everybody can see the little cameras as well. So I do try to let people know that, hey, you're on camera, just in case. But we love that you were sharing that with us. It's gonna look so cute. Laura says, thanks for letting me know. And oh man, there's like 12 months. Hey. I'm cutting August right now. This is taking a while. You know, for the people that say fussy cutting is so relaxing, I don't know. I don't know. It's not like I feel that I'm bad at it. I just feel that, you know, it's just not fun. Oh, nearing the end. Fancy Scrapper says, I enjoy fussy cutting. And Brielle says, maybe it's not relaxing that you're being watched. Maybe. I don't know. It's just apparently not really my thing. I took classes one year. I used to go every year to Calgary with my friend Camp Croppin, and the one year, every single class had like a ton of fussy cutting. It was just in every class. It was the thing, right? Like it was totally the thing, and it was like torture. That was the year when I decided that fussy cutting was the F word of the scrapbooking. You know, it's not that I won't do it, as you see. Okay, October. We're getting there, people. Yeah, other than that, though, let's talk about the things that you only eat at Christmas time, because it was really funny. My husband yesterday in the store, he saw like this little package of like Turtles chocolates, you know, with the caramel and the pecans and chocolate. He saw those and he picks them up, and I'm like, oh, you know, I love that I only get them at Christmas time because it makes them special, but oh my gosh, like the temptation right now is crazy. It's so good though. Chrissy says, my photo books were just delivered. Woohoo! I made one that's a sampling of October's for many years. It's so colorful. And then one with the grandkids and cousins. I took that work and printed copies so that each family could have it. Oh my gosh, Christy, can you like hold one up and show us? Or like, you know, like come on and show us? Is that something you could do? Like as a flip through, or, you know, you don't have to, like you could just, you know, whatever, but just, you know, because we're interested and think that's cool. I think that's cool that you chose like November or October. I mean, I'm cutting out the word November, you know, see it, say it. But yeah, it's cool that you chose October because, you know, you probably have like fall in there, maybe Halloween in there. That's fun. I actually have an ongoing album for Halloween photos because my family has done Halloween. That's like a thing. Ooh, okay, you ready to share?
Yep.
Okay, I'll put you up. Okay.
Here, I'm gonna stand up so you can see it. It starts out, my youngest daughter, actually, her birthday is in October. And then there she is waiting before. So this starts before my grandson was born. And so it's just all kinds of little, pages of all kinds of fun stuff. So, so it's all kind of, like this grid thing. And I just drop the photos in and, put info. So, I mean, the text and the writing is real minimal, but when you're going back that far, you might not remember so much about everything. And then the one of the kids, I love this one. So this is like the kids, and so they're all cousins. And this one says, God made cousins because he knew their mothers could not handle them as siblings. And I had made one for me, and it says something like, grandchildren are the reward for not killing your teenagers or something. It's kind of the same book, but this one I did put captions on. And I made this outfit. This was my granddaughter's. It was a school thing, and so she's Betsy Ross. And so when she had to have a costume, I took her to the store and, go to pattern and the stuff. And she was like amazed that I could sew. She had no idea I had that skill. But these are all just one page, one picture per page in here. But it's still a lot of fun. It's like some of my favorite pictures of the kids. Mm-hmm. And we, and good memories. So I think they'll all enjoy it. So it was something that, that everybody could enjoy. I lost my chair. So that's it. That's what I've spent a lot of time working on some of those things. And so, man, when you put that much time into it, if it's something that you can give to, other people, why not, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, thanks.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to, here we go. Yeah, oh my gosh, that turned out so good. Thank you for sharing. We love it when people share. I love that. Okay, so I've got these words cut out. Moving on to this. I used to do a photo book every year for my family. I started off doing little 6x6 scrapbooked ones, and I would keep the original copy, and then I would color copy the pages and put those into little albums for family. And I was doing that every year, and it was super good. And then I stopped for whatever reason. And now I haven't done something like that for a while, but I just, it's kind of one of the reasons I started doing my Project Life albums, so that I could have that look at a year, right? To be able to see like all of the stuff. So I thought it was really good. Vicki says she needs to head off to a Christmas party. Thanks for everything, Alice. Merry Christmas. I hope you emailed me. You emailed me, right, Vicki? Because you were our big winner for the day. Okay, so these words here. I have these words. They look awesome. I'm going to stick them on right now. And then I can start adding other embellishments in my title. Tape on my desk. Big surprise. But yeah, I think that it's very exciting to kind of see that whole synopsis of a whole year coming together. Oh, Christy said, only at Christmas food? Cheap chocolate-covered cherries. They remind me of Steve's mom. She loved them. I should make a page about that. Yes, you should. I was looking through some stuff here in my scrapbook room the other day, and I found caramel squares. And they have been there so long. Can you hear that? They're like a hard candy now. Like they don't even get soft when you suck on them. Like they were like hard candy. Need to throw them in the trash. But like the fact that I found them in here, like it just cracked me up so much. It was like, apparently I had them and I wasn't sharing them. So that's how they ended up in my scrapbook room. She's laughing hysterically. Jacqueline says, I make peanut brittle from my great aunt's recipe. I didn't do it last year, but I have a recipe from my aunt, not my great aunt. Well, she was pretty great actually. From my aunt for her gingerbread cookies. And the funny thing is, the recipe doesn't have any ginger in it. But it's the gingerbread cookies that she made, and then she would put Smarties or gumdrops on them for the decorations. And anytime I make them, it's like just super nostalgic. So maybe I'll have to do that this year. Next weekend, my mom has to babysit, or she is babysitting my nephew, and I think she'll probably get both of the boys together, both of the young boys. I know, gingerbread with no ginger. It's not normal. No, it's not. But you know, it's the one she made. They actually have butterscotch pudding in them. Like you use the dry package of butterscotch pudding, like not a quick pudding. It has to be the baked kind of pudding, or like the cooked pudding. Anyways, yeah, next weekend my mom is gonna be watching my nephews. And so we are going to, she was over here the other day and I'm like, why don't we do this? So she's going to come over, or I'm going to go over there. I'm not quite sure if I'll go there. She'll come here, but we're going to do Christmas chocolates, because I have all of the molds and all the stuff you need to make Christmas chocolates. I love doing it. I used to do it with my kids. We had taken a class when they were really young, and then I just loved doing it. So I bought the things we needed, and we didn't do it every year, but we did it enough times that, you know, that it was fun. And so we're going to do that with my nephews this year. We're really looking forward to that. Because, yeah, it was time to do Christmas chocolates again. You know, the ones that come in, you make them, like you paint the little molds, basically fill them with the chocolate, and then you tip them out of the molds. It's super easy. Turns out that, you know, I was like, what? You can make those in real life? A real person can make those? And they turned out so good. Oh, these are looking so cute with all the words around there. Just represent the whole year. And honestly, I don't even know if I have a picture from every month. I don't even know if I have a January picture, actually. I know I have from February. There's some April. July. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's still a year. Let's see. Other Christmas treats. Okay. So these alphas have no numbers. So I will not be using these for numbers, but I'll use them for my title. Let's pull those out of the packet. Okay. I wish these had numbers, but I probably should use some smaller numbers. They would be like awfully big for numbers, actually. So I'm gonna say top photos of 2018, because, you know, that seems to be my theme for my title. Do I want to spread it across the whole thing and then kind of do journaling around there? I think so. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna just make like a big thing that says top photos of, and then, oh my gosh, I don't have a 2018, do I? Oh dear. Oh well, I'll find a way. Figure it out. Top with P. Oh, I thought there was a comment up there. Yeah, other than that, Festival of Trees, going to see the gingerbread house, getting a little bit of less shopping done. Well, pretty much my first shopping done, let's be real. I haven't shopped yet. I haven't decorated yet. Although I had the sweetest thing. Talked with my son who's down at university, and he's like 7 hours from here. So it's like I've seen him once since he's been off in the fall. And he said, hey, Mom, have you got your Christmas tree yet? I'm like, no. We don't usually go to the middle of the month because we get a real tree. We go out and grab one from the bush. He says, well, I'm done. Like, my last test is on the 15th. They're doing tests on Saturdays. Why do they do tests on Saturdays? I don't understand this. But yeah, so my last test is on the 15th. So I'll probably drive back on the 16th or 17th. So do you think you could wait until then till you get your Christmas tree? I'm like, of course. Melting my little heart there. Okay, so top photos of 2018. However, the 2018 cannot be in these lovely metallic-y iridescent letters because there's no 2018. So, new plan for those. I'm gonna have to find some numbers. And I do have a few to choose from, so it's not like I'm heartbroken here. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I decided to go with silver letters that are silver foil. So they're not the iridescent, they're plain silver, but they have nice looking numbers and letters. And I think I've got all the ones I need on here. I'm not going to be labeling everything, but I think I'll end up going with like little silver numbers or something on the side. So I'll have to see. I probably have some of those. I should have grabbed them while I was there, but didn't think of that. So good. These ones are different. Okay, do we have somebody that's trying to talk, wanting to share? Nadine says, my son Josh also asked me to wait to decorate until he can come home from state on the 12th. So sweet. How could I not? And Heather says, Nadine, I went to state a million years ago. I doubt if it was that long, Heather. And Chrissy says, obviously traditions the kids like to participate in. Ryan actually usually does the actual cutting of the tree. So, and I've got like pictures of him in the craziest things. Like the other year, he climbed up the tree and just cut the top part of the tree off. And that way the tree actually lives and, you know, we get this cute little part. And then, so I have this picture of him and then I will, and so he's up there and then he actually kind of got caught in the tree and he fell and he was like dangling upside down from the tree. And I'm like, no. I thought he was like falling right out of the tree. It was crazy. Okay, Brielle says, I can share my work and then I have to go. Okay, we love it. We want to see. I will post you up. Oh, I don't know if I took the thing off. Oh, can you hit the unmute? I think you have to do that. There we go.
Okay, I did it.
Excellent.
All right. So just fussing with my journal, your Christmas. I try to do, I don't know, like something every day-ish. And I often use pocket pages that I already have. So I'm using this one this year. And it's a 12 by 12, so it'll go to my regular album, but it has a 6 by 8 page over here, which is cool because I bought the kit from Allie Edwards, which I've never done. But she has some 6 by 8 pieces in there. So that's just kind of an entry. And then up here, I'm going to put the 2018. I'm going to use this super glittery, I don't know if you can see how glittery it is, to do a big 2018. I'm going to cut it out my silhouette. But anyway, there's some things I'm doing. Went to the symphony with my grandparents, which was super fun. And then on this side, oh wait, no, let me show you over here. This is hysterical. I have like the best Secret Santa in the world. This is like outside my office. It says Brielle's mailbox, and they keep putting stuff there. It's like huge. And I work in a school, and all the kids are like obsessed. So anyway, over here, this picture of me is this weird elf glasses that my Secret Santa gave me.
I saw it on your Instagram.
So I've been wearing it around school, and they think it's very funny. So I'm going to do like the kind of December plan there. And this was dinner with my with my parents and my brother. And then this is the one I'm working on right now. That's for day 7, which was my Christmas cards. So don't look too much. So anyway, super fun. It's fun to be with you guys. I always like it. I'm really happy to be here.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing. That makes it super fun for us.
Well, today I'm actually doing something, so. All right. Well, I'm going to have to go. It's nice to see everyone. Hi, Christy.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Oh my gosh, that is so fun. Ruth said, very cute. Very cute. No, it's a beautiful project. It looks gorgeous. I love how that pocket thing had that big 6 by 8 piece on it. That's really neat. Okay. Oh, guys, this is looking amazing. Oh, so excited. Top photos of 2018. I'm going to stick it right in the middle. Kind of cuts down journaling spaces and embellishment spaces. I could totally do something different. I just want it right in the middle. So I think I'm just going to do. Brielle said, I've had those random pocket pages forever, so I was glad to use them. And I love the way you put the calendar on the back side. That was awesome. Because, you know, some things like that, you just need a little more space. Okay, so this is going on here. I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, it kind of did. Oh, because these ones are foam, so they mostly stayed. Okay. Okay, so I don't have one of those flexible little, what do they call them? Thickers rulers or whatever, alpha rulers. Did that go straight? I think it mucked up some of it. Some of it mucked up. Oh, my word top is a little low. Other than that, it looks fine. Good. So, title. Check. So I think these iridescent ones I'm not going to have to re-glue because they're foam letters, but the ones that are the other ones I might have to. Wrong letters there. Ruth says, so tell me more about the Christmas class in January. So yeah, so it's kind of a both like December and January, but the idea of it is to make it easier for scrapbooking your Christmas memories. And I focus more on Christmas memories than on like daily December stories. So it is a very different focus than December daily. Through the month of December, like from the 1st to the 25th, I have a daily email that goes out. It's a quick little reminder of something that you might want to capture as part of your holiday Christmas story, right? So one day focuses on Christmas food, and there's a day that focuses on Christmas music, and there's a lot of different prompts for that. And then once January 1st hits, we have daily ideas for actually telling those stories that you might have captured during the month. And my expectation isn't that everybody is going to make every page, every story, although some people do. And at one time or another, I've told all of those stories, but there's some stories that are repeated for me every year, and there's some stories that were like one and done. So this is just a chance for you to kind of think about some of those stories that you might want to tell for the pages. I've got like a simple little thing included in the class so that there's like a little printout, and it's like a little mini book that you just kind of fold. I show you a quick and easy way to fold up this little mini book, and you can kind of keep a little checklist, or you can write little notes in it so that you can keep track of your Christmas memories and just make sure that you've done some of the things that you wanted to do. Like when you're decorating, did you actually take a picture of you decorating, or did, all of a sudden the decorations are up and you're like, okay, I need to take pictures of things that are decorated because I didn't take a picture of me actually decorating. But either way, like, telling that story might be one that you want to include as part of your Christmas memories, right? So for me, going to get the tree is always an important memory because, my kids are really a big part of it, and they really enjoy being part of that. And both of them are like, yeah, we're going Christmas tree hunting with you. Joe says, yeah, I can get a tree for my house then too. So we might be getting 2 trees this year. But I think that with the whole idea is that honestly, like today I can sit down and do my scrapbooking, but most of the days in December, I'm just busy and I don't really want to like give myself the stress of worrying about capturing those memories. So it's all about documenting as little as possible, doing as little as possible work in December so that I'm actually set up to do the scrapbooking and tell the stories that I want to tell in January, and then having a few people that are working on that at the same time, and we share some pages in the Facebook group. And it's the kind of thing that like I said, not everybody does every page, and some people are like on it and they get them all done. So it's a good chance to kind of have some other people, because I know that after Christmas it can be really hard to sit down and actually do that holiday scrapping, because you kind of get into like a new mindset, and it's like Christmas is over, pack up the house, like everything is done. And then it's like, oh, you don't even want to sit down with your Christmas pictures, and you had like a fabulous time. But I think that because we've done like some of the prep work in December, and like I'm not talking about like making pages ahead of time or anything like that. It's like literally like taking notes, making sure you have the photos that you need, and just ideas of things that you might not have thought to cover yet. So yeah, that's the Christmas class. And there is a information about it at scrapbookwonderland.com/Christmas. And it's the kind of class, it's like Chamel's Journal Your Christmas class, where it just renews every year. So if you decide that you don't want to get the emails next year, you just like unsubscribe from the email list. So Scrapbook Christmas in January is the name of the class, and you can buy it now. The class is $25, but I think I have a coupon code out there. Jolly 10, what is it? I can look it up. Yeah, there's a coupon code, so you can save some money on it. Let me have a look, because I cannot think of it for the life of me right now, what the code is. So I'll just find it. And let's see here. Jolly 30 will save you 30%. So that's, pretty good. So yeah. Happy 50 was for ScrapHappy the other day. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So let's just give it to everybody here because, you're in on the secret. So use happy 50 and you'll save 50%. So I want to see people get to be part of it because I think that it can be such a challenge to get back in that Christmas spirit in January once you've packed up. So yeah, let's do that. Chrissy says, we're supposed to read that out loud. She's like telling me, sending me private messages on here. I'm good. It's all good. I'm excited that we have people that are here, and a lot of our gals are part of my community, and I want to scrapbook with people, and I want people to be able to tell their stories. So it's all part of my big goal. So I do have one other thing that's exciting that I should talk about before I close up. And I really should close up, even though I got to get some embellishing done on this page still and get little labels and stuff. So the other big thing that I have going on is at the end of January 31st. So February 1st is the first day of our next load challenge, and that is Load 219. Now, this load challenge is... Oh, I'm so excited about it. We are going to be scrapbooking inspired by The Wizard of Oz. The film for the Wizard of Oz film is 80 years old next year, and we are going to be using inspiration that we draw from the show, from the movie, to tell our own stories. So we're not scrapbooking Wizard of Oz pages, but we're going to scrapbook our own stories based on inspiration from the Wizard of Oz. Super fun month of scrapbooking. I do more scrapbooking in 1 month of load than I usually do in 6 months by myself. So yeah, our theme is ruby red scissors, as we are lovely scrappy people here. And it is going to be so much fun. So if you're interested in getting some stories told and maybe finding a different approach to scrapbooking that helps you find your stories, not every day has to be based on a story. And during a load challenge, if you have another project that you're working on and you're like, I have to get this done. We've had lots of girls working on their own little side projects that are totally not related. The goal of load is to scrapbook every day for a month, and we will have some fabulous prizes, and it'll be so much fun. So I encourage you to check out Load 219, which you can find at scraphappy.org. It's up in the menu, or scraphappy.org/load219. So LOAD 219. So yeah, super fun, amazing challenge. The Load 219 Ruby Red Scissors Challenge coming up in February. And I'm pretty sure we got some good coupons. I think it's right there on the page right now that you can actually see the discount. Dorothy 10 will save you 10%, I think. So that's good too. Okay, well, this has been super fun. I will get this replay up as soon as I can and share that. So here's kind of what we've got to so far. Got a little more embellishing to do. Am I seeing it right? There we go. Looks good. Hey, I'm so excited. I love creating these top photos of layouts for the end of the year. I think it's an amazing look back to the year. So I encourage everybody to create a layout that's like that, whether it looks like that, but the idea of it, I think is super fun. That's all for me for today. Thanks so much for being here. If you are interested in getting a kit from the Wild Hair Kits, I encourage you to try it. They're so fun. There's not a commitment. So it's not like you sign up for a subscription and you keep getting this thing or whatever. You order a kit. It's like one kit. So super fun. Their deluxe kits are the ones that I had. It has all the fun stuff, and it's customized to your personal style and taste so that it's the kind of things that you're looking forward to scrapping with. I love them. I keep ordering my own kits. So I encourage you to check them out. Okay, thanks so much for being with me today. And I really hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas and that you're able to spend time with people that you love. So, bye.